Win or lose, we're going to walk out of this stadium tonight with our heads held high.
That is amazing. Wow, what a game. Oh, my.
Unbelievable.
One more for the record books.
Nothing's going to stop us.
At the buzzer, knocks it down.
Pick is up. Yes. He made it. Yes. Reverse layup is good with 5 seconds left.
Put 6 on my staff. First title in program history.
Being an in-state kid, everything that I wanted in the school was right at home.
Every coach has a toolbox, and every tool is from another coach.
Camaraderie, be able to hang out with each other and be together.
Takes it all the way for the touchdown.
Led by a future Badger.
I'm very excited for this kid because he is brilliant.
What an absolute javelin toss.
He's going to throw a jump pass and complete it for the 2-point conversion to Hawk.
I mean, we can see a lot of offense.
Put the exclamation point on it.
At the buzzer. Wow. It's good. Oh, my goodness.
Do your best.
Thank you so much for all you guys do for high school sports.
Guys, I got goosebumps.
That's all anybody can ask for.
The biggest games, the most compelling stories, the area's best high school sports coverage. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania brings us to postseason basketball at Milton High School in a Division II girls basketball sectional semifinal between the number 1 seed McFarland Spartans and the number 3 seed Elkhorn Elks. Good evening, everybody. My name is Jesse Nelson, joined by the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles, and the trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new Honda or a used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or online at zimbrickhonda.com. Dennis Semrau, one of our favorite weeks of the year. Sectionals in girls basketball, regionals in boys basketball. Over the next 3 days, 4 game broadcasts on ESPN Madison's YouTube channel, including the girls sectional final Saturday afternoon on 100.5 ESPN as well. Tonight, we bring it to you right here on the YouTube channel as Elkhorn and McFarland square off at Milton High School. Dennis, this is a classic matchup of a team that's the expected juggernaut that's had its eyes set on state all year and a team that's on the up and up in Elkhorn, and I'm so excited to take this in with you tonight.
Yeah, McFarland got to state last year and just came up short, losing in the state semifinals to Notre Dame, the defending state champ. And meanwhile, the Elkhorn Elks lost a senior that was hoping, Bryn Kyle, that was hoping to have a good year, but her sister, Kieran Lyle, and it's going to be fun. Kieran, and a 6'1" sophomore. She's averaged a double-double all year long. She's kind of playing for her sister, I think, a little bit here. But this is a real young team. If you look at their top 9, 1 senior basically getting minutes. So, yeah, and on the other side, McFarland is all 5 seniors, 3 reserves coming off the bench on their classmen. So, yep, a little bit more pressure on the Spartans because this could be the end of the run for the Elks. But yeah, when I was talking to Coach Michael Starley before, he said, yeah, girls are talking about next year, and hey, we're getting good. And he goes, don't look at next year. It's like, why not us now? Because you never know. You're a veteran team and some hotshot young team, and guess what? They could be the hotshot young team tonight, knocking off the veteran team. So this is the time of the year that you love sectionals. It's getting to that Saturday game one step away from state. So you got 2 great games. You got a day off in between, which is good to prepare for your potentially your last game, or maybe 2 more at state. You never know.
Well, one of these teams will have tomorrow off. One of these teams will have the rest of the offseason to think about how this game plays out here tonight.
Start track practice on Monday, by the way. So for some of these girls, yeah, they'll be on the track 2 days later.
They hope to not be. They hope to be competing for a gold ball at the Resch Center next week in Green Bay. Let's talk about how both of these teams have gotten here. The McFarland Spartans with an overall record of 21-5 on the season, including an undefeated record of 14-0 in Badger Small Conference play. Of course, the champions of that conference. Head coach Sarah Mullaney in her 6th season. The 5 losses this year for McFarland. Talk about a team that's battle-tested. Against number 1 Verona in Division I. Against number 3 Oregon in Division I twice, against number 1 Pewaukee from Division II, and against number 3 Monona Grove in Division II. Those are the 5 losses this season for McFarland. They enter tonight's game on a season-high 8-game winning streak. And Dennis, for a team so senior-laden that had the experience of getting to the Resch Center and playing for a potential state championship last year, the Spartans have had their eyes set on that goal all season long, and that's why they're battle-tested, so that they can perform best at this stage.
Yeah, we've had 2 of our profiles, our UW Credit Union Student Athletes of the Week. We had one in the fall, Ava Dean from volleyball season, and now next week will be Tegan Mullaney. Will be going to the University of Iowa to play basketball, and she got that off of her shoulders back in the fall, November, signed in the early period, so she's been able to have a fun senior year. Boy, I tell you, she's now got, coming into this game, 2,413 career points, scored 61 as a sophomore. She has a 51-point game this year, 3 games in the 40s and another 3 35-point games. She is a machine out there. The key for them is making sure everybody else gets involved. You don't stand around and watch the superstar. But it's been fun to watch her career develop. And the fact that she played volleyball for 3 years, too, to take some of the pressure off, that she wasn't the one that had to do everything. That was more Ava for volleyball.
Now let's talk about Elkhorn. 22-4 on the season, a 12-2 record in Southern Lakes Conference play, good enough for second in the conference behind only Union Grove, who has been a deep postseason contender the last couple of years in the Division II level, including playing against McFarland in the sectional final last year. We saw it over at DeForest High School. Union Grove handing Elkhorn 2 of its 4 losses this year on December 19th and on February 1st. The other 2 losses, again, talk about a team that's also battle-tested. On the road against New Berlin-Eisenhower, on the road against Oregon. They also entered tonight's sectional semifinal with its longest winning streak of the season, a 6-game winning streak. Head coach Michael Storley and the Elks looking to make it 7 tonight. Dennis, if you're Coach Storley and you're talking to your team before this game, how are you priming them to pull off one of the great upsets of this tournament?
Just go out and play your game and have fun. It's been a great year. They've done a lot of good team bonding things. They go out for breakfast together. They had a scavenger hunt at school together. Every couple of weeks they've done that. This is a team that has a player on varsity in all 4 classes. So unlike an Oregon or Verona or McFarland to have senior-dominated teams been together, they really needed to get that team bonding into play. And Coach Storley said right now he loves this team. And again, almost all of it's coming back next year.
Elkhorn coming away with a huge upset in the regional final Saturday night on the road against the number 2 seed Monona Grove Silver Eagles. Talk about a team that had a lot of experience that was looking to make a deep postseason run. Elkhorn upset the Silver Eagles Saturday night, now looking to do it again here in the sectional semifinal at Milton High School, taking on number 1 seed McFarland. Zimbrick Honda's PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, brought to you in part by Pasquale's Cantina. Before or after the game, Pasquale's Cantina is the perfect spot for authentic Southwest flavors right here in the Madison area. Whether it's to fulfill your craving for red chile, their famous chips and fresh guac, or those blue corn tortilla tacos, Pasquale's is the place to enjoy time with friends and family. Visit one of their locations in Middleton or Verona today, or check out the menu and their food online at PasqualesCantina.com. Bringing the flavors of the Southwest to the Midwest, Pasquale's Cantina. As we continue to count down to tip-off, let's now turn it over to our Canopy Wealth Management game plan.
This is the PrepMania Game Plan, presented by Canopy Wealth Management. Plan for your future with Canopy Wealth Management. Visit canopy-wealth.com.
All right, Dennis Semrau, the McFarland Spartans, the favorite in tonight's game, the number 1 seed. What do the Spartans need to do to come away with this victory?
Well, number 1, contained forward Kieran Lyle, a double-double machine. She's averaging 21 points, 18.5 rebounds in the 2 playoff games. Play fundamental defense, need to help, good recovery and communicate, take care of the basketball, and limit the kick-out threes when they pack the paint.
And for the number 3 seed, the Elkhorn Elks.
Be connected on both ends of the floor, offense and defense, control the tempo, and they actually have 4. Win the rebound battle and limit the open looks, especially for Tegan Mulaney.
One team went to the state tournament last year. The other is looking to make its first state tournament appearance since 1997. McFarland and Elkhorn. Opening tip of this girls basketball Division II sectional semifinal is next on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Wisconsin at highschoolofficials.com.
big trailers, and big opportunity. Since 1962, Stoughton Trailers has been a family-owned and operated business, providing a professional yet casual work environment in Stoughton, Evansville, and Broadhead. If you're looking for your hard work to be rewarded with competitive wages and excellent benefits, plus growth and advancement opportunities, Stoughton Trailers is the spot for you. Positions now open in production, operations, finance, sales, engineering, and more. Go to stojobs.com to apply today. Stoughton Trailers, big opportunity.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Hey everyone, Molly Brown from ESPN Madison here. For the best Southwestern food in the Madison area, it's always Pasquale's Cantina for me and my family. Whether I'm enjoying my favorite taco salad, their awesome chips and guac, or one of their famous burritos, Pasquale's is the best for authentic Southwestern fare. Visit one of their locations in Verona or Middleton today, or check out their menu and order online at pasqualescantina.com.
Bringing the flavors of the Southwest to the Midwest. Pasquale's Cantina.
Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Jesse Nelson and the Dean, Dennis Semrau, as we get set for this Division II girls basketball sectional semifinal between the number 3 seed Elkhorn Elks and the number 1 seed McFarland Spartans. Starting lineups brought to you by the GRB Academy. Baseball for the serious player. The GRB Academy wants to be part of your plan to reach your potential. Utilize the GRB Academy's 52,000 square foot facility, 14 batting cages, and 6,000 square foot weight room. Personal lessons available year-round with over 300 college players and over 150 D1 players. The GRB Academy leads the way in the Midwest for college recruitment and player development. Visit grbacademy.com for more information. The McFarland Spartans, the designated road team for tonight's game, despite being the number 1 seed in this sectional. All seniors in the starting lineup for the Spartans in their road navy blue uniforms. Number 4, Bryn Kirch. Number 11, Elise Freeman. Number 14, Haley Testolin. Number 24, Ava Dean. And number 55, the Iowa commit, Tegan Mullaney. Head coach Sarah Mullaney in her 6th season with McFarland, looking for career win number 99 if they can win here tonight. The Elkhorn Elks in their home white uniforms, the designated home team as the number 3 seed in this sectional semifinal. Starting at center, sophomore number 2, Kyron Lyle. At forward, sophomore number 3, Emmeline Bono. At guard, sophomore number 4, Kylie Schultz. At guard, number 5, freshman Ayla Saunders. And at forward, senior number 10, Grace Wojak. The Elkhorn Elks are coached in his 3rd season by Michael Storley. Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania brought to you by Stoughton Health, where they provide trusted care close to home. They're proud to support all the area's student athletes and wish them all the best this season and postseason. From rehab to ortho care, Stoughton Health provides comfort and convenience locally. Visit stoughtonhealth.com to learn more. The Elkhorn Elks average 61 points per game offensively, McFarland 69. Points allowed defensively, Elkhorn 40, McFarland 53. Tonight's magic number, Dennis Semrau, which missed its last time out. We hope it gets back on track. 56, 98% of the time. Team that scores that number will go on to win the game. The opening tip in the air, controlled by the McFarland Spartans. We are underway in this sectional semifinal, and Tegan Mullaney is stripped on the opening possession. It's stolen away by Elkhorn. Kylie Schultz working on the right side and nearly lost at midcourt. Mullaney ends up with it, and an easy 2 points for the Iowa commit, Tegan Mullaney, to start this sectional semifinal. Spartans on the board first.
Back-to-back turnovers. Tegan gets the first basket.
It's always interesting, Dennis, when you get to this level, sectional semifinal, kind of a packed house here on a Thursday night at Milton High School. You start to wonder, are the nerves going to set in early, or will they set in later if we have this game getting tight with about 4 or 5 minutes left? Looks like, opening couple of possessions a little sloppy for both teams as this three-point shot comes up short for Elkhorn. Transition off the glass, too strong, no good. Ava Dean, and a rebound Elkhorn 1 minute in.
A couple of boards already for Kieran Lyle. Coming in averaging almost 12 a game.
A little over pursuit now. Lyle with the free throw line extended right position. Tried to kick it to the corner. Mullaney got in the way. Here comes Tegan Mullaney weaving through defenders over to the corner. Open three is good for Bryn Kirch. Kirch knocks it home. She is a 36% three-point shooter on the season, and it's 5-0 McFarland. First foul of the game called on the Spartans. Driving inside, Elkhorn and Kylie Schultz able to draw the contact. They're going to say it was not a shooting foul. The foul does go on Haley Testelin. Dennis, how important is it for Elkhorn, just like they were able to pull off the upset on Saturday night against Monona Grove, to make sure that they stay in this game early against McFarland?
Keep this game close. Just a turnovers. Again, you can't give too many breaks like they did in the opening one.
Great play off the inbound. Kyron Lyle, the sophomore, leading scorer on the year, averaging 20 points a game for the Elks, gets the first points of this sectional semifinal. Retaliation three is good for Ava Dean. McFarland hot 2 minutes in. It's 8-2. Battling the defensive pressure. Now Schultz gets some help left side of the floor. Let's see what this McFarland defense and Mullaney presents as a difficult challenge for Lyle and the Elks. Pull-up jumper is no good, and Mullaney soars in for the rebound again. Tegan Mullaney.
Surprised Mullaney starts out on Lyle.
Mullaney draws contact shooting on the other end, and she will go to the free throw line with 15:31 to play in the first half. 8-2 McFarland on top early in this girls basketball sectional semifinal. Tegan Mullaney going to the University of Iowa. First free throw up and good. She will be teammates with Verona's Taylor Stremlow next season at the University of Iowa. Going to be big shoes to fill in Iowa City with Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I think she's still got another year, doesn't she, of eligibility?
Yeah, I believe she announced earlier today that she'll actually be going into the WNBA draft. So okay, Sunday will be her senior day against Ohio State. Toughest ticket in the nation. Mullaney gets the bucket after the steal near midcourt. 15-14 to go in the first half, and a timeout. Elkhorn trailing by 10 early in this sectional semifinal. It's a good timeout by head coach Michael Storley, Dennis, because you cannot let this thing get out of hand if you're Elkhorn with the inexperience at this level of the state competition, unlike McFarland, who got all the way to the Resch Center and a chance to play for a gold ball last year.
Yeah, I like it. They're spreading the wealth a little bit, too. 3 different players scored. Both Bryn Kirch and Haley Tesselin had threes. But, again, a couple of turnovers, taking advantage, and Tegan's got both of her baskets off turnovers.
Coming up at halftime, we'll hear from this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. For over 90 years, UW Credit Union has helped Wisconsinites achieve their financial goals at every stage of life, offering great rates for greater possibilities. Join today at uwcu.org. UW Credit Union, proud to support all the area's student athletes. Make sure to listen every week to 100.5 ESPN to hear the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. Coming up at halftime, we will hear from, you called her the Bear?
The Bear, yes.
Kenzie Zimmerman of Middleton High School, featured this week as our Student Athlete of the Week, presented by UW Credit Union. All right, Dennis, how do you stop the run here if you're Elkhorn? What's the message in that timeout from Coach Storley?
Ball security take care of it. You've given them a 3 and 2 fast break layups off of turnovers so far.
And now pressure applied by the McFarland defense out of the timeout. They want to put their emphasis on this game early. Elkhorn able to break it into the front court. 3-point shot, right corner is no good for Bono, and a rebound McFarland. Here comes Mullaney. Gets by 2 defenders at midcourt. Mullaney off-balance shot. That would have been a tough one. Might have been a little bit of a heat check there for Mullaney. Into the front court comes Elkhorn. Elks need a bucket. They got to kill this momentum that McFarland has established 3.5 minutes in. Spinning into the lane, Lyle, kick it over to the corner. There's an open look for 3, too strong. No good for Grace Wojak. Rebound, McFarland. Into the front court.
Whoa, got a travel, got away with one.
I think Testelin got away with it. Dean pulls up in front of the free throw line. No good. Elkhorn rebounds. The Elks fans have traveled well here to Milton High School, looking for something to cheer for offensively. Lyle comes up short on the 3. Now Elise Freeman decides she's going to take the open look and drills it. 4 of the 5 starters have now scored for McFarland early in this game, and Elkhorn just threw it away, trying to beat the pressure in the backcourt. Just over 4 minutes in, 13:55 to go in the first half, and it is all Spartans, 15-2.
4 turnovers, 7 points off turnovers for the Spartans. It's half the margin.
Dean on the left side, now back up top for Kirch. Tapped into the backcourt, Mullaney goes to get it. And Mullaney is fouled at the midcourt line. Tegan Mullaney, a 6-foot senior, 27 points a game on the season, 11 rebounds a game. She averages a double-double, shooting 52% from the field, 56% from three-point range. An incredible season for Tegan Mullaney as a senior here for McFarland. Inbound comes in for the Spartans. The Elkhorn Elks student section looking to cheer on its team as best they can, trying to disrupt Mullaney, who lost it into the backcourt again. Mullaney goes behind the back, now finds Dean. They want to feed Mullaney down on that right block, but Elkhorn staying strong on her. 13:15 to go in the half. Now Mullaney between defenders is fouled. She'll shoot 2 free throws. And Coach Storley for Elkhorn not happy with that call.
Nice little double team there. Kieran Lyle slides over from the middle, but she got caught up in the air. Nice draw on the foul for Tegan. Surprised these two are guarding each other a little bit. They both have to stay out of foul trouble, and they're both offensive dynamos.
Mullaney hits both at the line. 13-11 to go in the first half. 17-2. McFarland out in front of Elkhorn early. Winner of this game will play Saturday against the winner of West Salem and Onalaska. That game taking place at La Crosse Central High School tonight. Another empty trip for the Elks. Now McFarland basketball. Kirch trying to go in, had it rejected, and maybe that's the energy boost that Elkhorn needs. Kyron Lyle, the sophomore, sticks up the left hand and says, not tonight.
Not in my house.
Inbound Mullaney, fouled, and the shot. Chance for 3, Tegan Mullaney. Elkhorn has no answer early for the Iowa commit. 12:43 to play in the first half.
5 minutes into the game when she's in double figures already. It's 10, make it 11.
20-2. McFarland could not have drawn up the start of this game much better. And quite the opposite for Elkhorn. They cannot buy a bucket. Schultz had it disrupted. Elkhorn needs to find a way to cool down Mullaney and the McFarland offense to keep themselves in striking distance in this game early. 3-point shot, no good from the corner, but an offensive board for Ava Dean. Dean turnaround jumper, partially deflect. That's a great defensive play and a great save by Kyron Lyle, and she's on the spot to collect the loose ball. A trifecta for Kyron Lyle. Now can the Elks turn it into points? Not this time. Mullaney in on the disruption. Freeman comes away with it. And another Elkhorn turnover.
Number 5 here.
Freeman just shook through the defender. Kicked it out to the corner, and instead the Spartans now reset. Testelin, Mullaney, step back 3. No good, too strong for Tegan Mullaney. Elkhorn down 18. It feels like every trip down the floor, they just need it. And maybe that's the break they needed. Ayla Saunders, the freshman guard, banks home a 3-point shot to cut the lead down to 15.
Leading 3-point shooter at with 36% coming in.
Quick 3, no good for McFarland, and it comes the other way for the Elks. Saunders thought about it again, but getting back on defense, Testelin got in the way. Now another 3, no good. Loose ball rolls into the hands of Ava Dean. Timeout, Sarah Mullaney and McFarland with 10:57 to go in the first half. McFarland leading 20-5, 30-second timeout. We will take it with them. You're watching Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. We welcome in the nearly 300 of you joining us right now live for this girls basketball sectional semifinal. 20-5, McFarland leads Elkhorn early. Jesse Nelson, the Dean Dennis Semrau, and a message during this postseason broadcast from the WIAA and the Wisconsin Department of Transportation. Speeding and reckless driving are leading causes of injuries and deaths on Wisconsin roads. Whether you're an athlete or spectator, control your drive on the roads to keep all travelers safe. Don't speed, don't be reckless. 0 in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives. Out of the timeout, McFarland basketball leading by 15. Spartans into the front court. The number 1 seed in this sectional looking to get back to the state tournament at the Resch Center in Green Bay for the 2nd consecutive year. And there's 2 points for the Spartans. Ava Dean goes to the glass. And Dennis, noteworthy that Tegan Mullaney has taken a seat on the bench for a little rest here with a commanding lead for McFarland in this first half. Knowing so, Kyron Lyle, the sophomore, gets open down in the post and puts it up off the glass, good for 2.
3 for 12 now from the field for the Elks, and 7 of 14. Big difference, those turnovers. 6 turnovers that McFarland's taken advantage of. They've only committed 1. So taking care of the basketball, work the ball inside. They did to Lyle the last time down.
Freeman off the mark, and a loose ball is going to be called a held ball. Possession arrow turns it over to Elkhorn, and Mullaney checks back in. I was just about to ask you, Dennis, how long does Coach Sarah Mullaney keep her daughter Tegan on the bench in this situation? You want to keep her rested for the sectional final should they advance on to Saturday afternoon, but you don't want to let Elkhorn believe that they still have a chance to stick around in this game after building up the huge lead early.
Right, she made some major movements inside. Now they're trying to get the ball inside. And right there, that's why. They're working the ball inside to Lyle, and Tegan is guarding her. Both of them each have a foul now.
That's a win-win for Elkhorn. The foul on Tegan Mullaney, and Kyron Lyle got the shot to go, and a trip to the free throw line for a chance for 3. 58% free throw shooter on the season. Off the mark, no good. Can't convert 3, but Elkhorn is the closest it's been since the opening stages. 22-9, a 13-point lead for McFarland, and now a turnover forced by Lyle and the Elks defense. Kyron Lyle, coast to coast, going with the left hand, is fouled prior to the shot.
Now she drew the foul on Dean this time.
Nearing the midway point of the first half, 9:23 to play, 22-9. McFarland holding on to a 13-point advantage, and now a couple of the starters check back in for the Spartans, including Haley Testelin.
This is where the Elks can be dangerous now. They're going to have to, McFarland's got to pack it in to try to get Lyle off the boards, and that's when they kick it out and they hit their threes.
Bono for Lyle, cutting now on the right side. Number 21 is Josie Sensabaugh. Couldn't get by Mullaney, so Elkhorn resets. Schultz.
McFarland sticking the man-to-man right now.
Guarded by Testelin, using a screen off the ball. How about a three? Oh, not quite for Ayla Saunders. Had a good look. But a rebound, McFarland. That would have drawn it to a 10-point game. And that would have been a huge momentum boost for the Elks. How about a steal by Saunders? Couldn't hit the three, but the freshman comes away with the pick. Now what will they do with it? Saunders dishes all the way to the left corner. Now back into her hands. You mentioned earlier, Dennis, she is an outstanding three-point shooter. If she gets an open look, she'll take it. Leads the team in making three-point shots. There she is again in the left corner. Saunders, no look. So instead, give it to Schultz.
Yeah, they got Teagan back now on Lyle.
That's definitely been a successful formula, as you see right there. Teagan Mullaney with the left hand swats out of bounds.
Good defensive play. Got to be careful on the body, trying to not come down on top of her. She's able to reach out. Nice long reach there. Pays to be tall.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, neither would I.
Kyron Lyle on the inbound. Nearly had it tapped away by Mullaney and almost lost it entirely. Lyle ends up with it, guarded one-on-one by Mullaney. Step back, and Mullaney blocked it. What a great defense. That entire possession by Teagan Mullaney and the McFarland Spartans. Now Mullaney has it in the front court. Guarded tightly. Double team, and a foul is going to be called. No, a travel. And credit Kyron Lyle getting in there and disrupting Mullaney's momentum, causing that travel. I think she might have got away with one. Mullaney's upset with the call.
Yeah, it looked like a foul, a possible foul there, but that's what they're doing. She puts the ball on the floor. Teagan, that is. Lyle's going to double up on her.
Momentum for the Elks. Three-point shot halfway down and out. No good for Emmeline Bono. And now a foul is called on Elkhorn, perhaps a frustration call. I should say a frustration foul on Josie Sensabaugh. 22-9. McFarland leads Elkhorn 7:30 to go in the game, in the first half. Not the game. We got a long way to go in that. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau. Mullaney, what a heave, no good. Would have been a great shot if it went down. It was a bad shot because she missed it so poorly. And now a lot of contact. The officials let him play. Open look for three for Elkhorn, no good. More bodies falling to the floor. Mullaney involved with this one, as is Riley Bickelhoff, number 2. And what's the foul going to be called? It's on McFarland.
Going to call it on Bickelhoff. That's good. Not on Mullaney.
Interesting series of events there on both ends of the floor, Dennis. The officials at this sectional semifinal level appear to be letting them play. Oh, what a great play off the inbound. Everything but the shot for Kyron Lyle, off the mark, no good. Mullaney the other way. Trying to run downhill. Mullaney off balance, and a whistle. I think they're going to say that was prior to the shot. 7:05 to go in the first half. And Sensabaugh picks it up again.
Importantly, that's number 6 for the team. McFarland will be shooting the rest of the way here with 7 minutes to go.
Mullaney inbounded it, got it back, shot the three, no good. Dean there to clean it up. Dean underneath, had it stripped. She still has it though. Dean working on possession, and no, this is going the other way. What'd they get there, a 3-second call? I don't know what they called there.
They called a foul on Dean, offensive foul.
Oh, they're going to say she threw the elbow, I think is what they went with, yeah.
So that's her second foul.
And that's starting to get to be, at this stage of the game, something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, she could be coming out here. If she picks up number 3, she'll be done for the half.
McFarland's gone cold from the field. There's a great dish down low for Lyle to put it in for 2. She has 8 of the 11 for Elkhorn. McFarland doubling up Elkhorn 22-11 with 6:30 to go in the first half. Elks have had a chance to work their way back into this game.
Yeah, they've weathered the storm now. They're just creeping back little by little.
Off balance, but able to collect herself just well enough that Bickelhop, the junior, was able to put it in off the glass, good for 2.
Nice feed from Tegan Mullaney, 55 on that one.
Lyle using a screen. McFarland student section back into it.
That's the first basket for McFarland in about 4 minutes.
Saunders up top for Bono. Bono directs traffic, and it's knocked out of bounds by Bryn Kirch with 5:52 to go in the half.
Good hands, active hands. Tegan saw that on a couple of plays ago, and that time there was number 4, Kirch, just swat the ball. Cannot let the ball get into paint to Lyle because she's just deadly from inside. They're shooting 50%, which pretty much 60% from 5 feet in.
Kyron Lyle.
There's the post.
Working underneath, tried to draw contact. It went off the bottom of the backboard, no good.
That was a 1-on-4, by the way. Oops.
And she still almost got a look at it. Here's a look for 3, no good for Bickelhop, but McFarland with another offensive board with 5.5 to play. Mullaney pulls up for 3, no good. This time Elkhorn gets it. Schultz soared up to get the rebound. Now pushing ahead, oh, good look. That was a great pass and a great finish by Grace Wojak. First points of the night. 24-13, it's an 11-point game again, approaching 5 minutes to play in the half.
Yeah, McFarland, a little fool's gold with some of those threes early. They're throwing up way too many threes here too early in with the possession. Got to work the ball inside a little more to Tegan.
Kirch for Bickelhop, who didn't even think about taking an open 3. Now gets it back at the top of the key. Where's Mullaney? Guarded tightly on the other end of the floor by Wojak.
Yeah.
Now Mullaney has it, top of the key. Double team, picks up the dribble. That's a little dangerous. Freeman uses the Mullaney screen. McFarland patient on this offensive series, and the longer it takes, the more the Elkhorn student section cheers on the defense. Mullaney takes the shot, had it blocked, but Lyle forgot to come away with it. Now Mullaney, turnaround jumper is good. That is a battle to watch all night long in this sectional semifinal. Tegan Mullaney and Kyron Lyle. Mullaney wins that round, and it's 26-13 McFarland.
Tegan was aggressive going to the hoop there, but McFarland's gotten a little, it's like a days ago, but they're a little leery because of that shot blocking of Lyle.
Lyle down low. I thought she traveled, and the McFarland fans in front of us thought so too, but they do call a foul on McFarland.
They're calling on Mullaney.
Yeah, that's her second personal foul, Tegan Mullaney. An outstanding first half point total, but with the 2 fouls, she takes a seat on the bench with 3:56 to go in the half.
Both teams now in the bonus.
And now a whistle away from the ball on the inbound pass, and you can see the frustration from Kylie Schultz as she lowers her head and her shoulders, handing the ball to the official.
Actually, they called that one on, I think they called that on 10. Wojak gets her 3rd. Whoa.
A frustrating first half for the Elkhorn Elks, coming off a huge upset win in the regional final on the road against number 2 seed Monona Grove on Saturday night with a 58-52 victory. One of the more surprising and outstanding victories of this girls basketball postseason so far. Elkhorn looking to make a run to what would be their 2nd state tournament appearance. The only previous one coming when they won the state championship in Division II back in 1997.
Good hustle there by Saunders knocking that ball. Couldn't quite come up with it.
Elkhorn's defense has significantly improved since the opening stages of the game. There's no doubt about that.
They're making it real tough to get the ball inside.
Just like that, they get a steal. If the Elks can get this down to single digits before halftime, I feel like that would be a big momentum victory heading into the second half. How about a 3-point shot? Open look, no good. Here comes McFarland. Elkhorn only has one made three-point shot in this first half. Yeah, an offensive foul is called on Kirch. Thought she was going to have a chance at a three-point play at the free throw line and instead, I should say, it goes to Elkhorn with 2:54 to go in the half.
And that's the freshman Saunders staying in there and taking that. All 5'3" of her. She's a brave soul taking that charge.
Schultz for Saunders at the Red Hawk logo here at Milton High School. Host site of this sectional semifinal. They're also scheduled to have a Division II boys game here next Thursday night in the sectional semifinal. Rumor has it the dean may be in attendance. Elkhorn loses it out of bounds. And again, contact, the officials remaining relatively hands-off. And Mulaney checks back in as McFarland gets the ball back with 2:27 to go.
Taking better care of the ball. It's only the sixth turnover now for the Elks. They had 5 within the first 5 minutes of the game.
Bryn Kirch across midcourt for Mulaney. Mulaney one-on-one with Kyron Lyle. Mulaney down to the block, draws contact, shot no good, no whistle, and Elkhorn comes away with it.
Another rebound for Lyle.
Trying to figure out where the line is here for contact. How about an open three? It drills it. Saunders good again. The freshman phenom cuts it to a 10-point game.
49th three-pointer of the year. Wow.
Freeman got open and is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line for 2. Number 14, Marky Pedersen, sophomore guard, picks up that foul, checking in for Elkhorn here with 1:50 to go. Elise Freeman. Of the 5 senior starters, she averages the fewest points per game, just 5 per game on the season. Freeman hits the first. She's got 4 now in the first half tonight. 55% free throw shooter. And she's 1 of 2 on this trip. Approaching 100 seconds to play in the first half. Elkhorn with a chance to get it to single digits on this trip down the floor. They haven't been there since the opening stages when McFarland got out to a 20-2 lead early.
Tegan Mulaney now off of Lyle. Now she's guarding number 4, Schultz.
Bono ran out of real estate, gets it to Pedersen. Oh, here's an open look, wide open for 3, and it's good for Bono. Back-to-back threes for Elkhorn. Here come the Elks, 27-19. Minute 10 to play. Up top, Bickelhoff. Nope. How's Freeman? Into the paint, right to left. Draws contact again against Pedersen. And Freeman will go back to the line. Second straight trip that Freeman draws the foul from Pedersen to shoot free throws. Clock stops with 1:03 to go in the half. Freeman sets, fires. First one halfway down and out, no good. PrepMania brought to you by Stoughton Trailers since 1962. Stoughton Trailers has been a family-owned and operated business with competitive wages and excellent benefits, plus growth and advancement opportunities. Stoughton Trailers is an exciting place to grow your career. Join the collaboration, innovation, and dynamic team atmosphere at Stoughton Trailers, with positions now open in production, operations, finance, sales, engineering, supply chain, and more. Check it out, STOjobs.com. Both free throws no good. Elkhorn comes the other way, lays it in for 2, and look at this. It's a 6-point game with 45 seconds to go until the half. Mulaney gets by 3 defenders to lay it up and good. That's the answer McFarland needed. Approaching 30 seconds to go in the half. Now an 8-point lead for the Spartans.
Wow, with 20-2 at one time, hard to believe.
Now Mulaney with a steal. All she had to do was put her hands up and get in the way. Mulaney falls to the floor, and a foul is called on Kylie Schultz. Schultz pleading her case near that free throw line, saying she didn't even do anything. Mulaney just slipped. But they do call it. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the 3rd personal.
On Sensenbrunner, or Sensenbaugh.
Yeah, Sensenbaugh picked it up, number 21. Mulaney missed the first free throw. Dennis, what happened here to McFarland? 20-2. Suddenly it's a 19-9 run for Elkhorn.
They started just throwing up some three-pointers and having one-shot possessions and a few turnovers. But here now they had 2 offensive rebounds on the last. Mulaney just missed 2.
But then she hits the 3. She can do everything. Tegan Mulaney, Iowa's got a good one. 11-point lead for McFarland. 7 seconds to go until the half. They hand it for Lyle. Lyle, step back, 3. No good. Mulaney, she going to get a chance at the buzzer? No. 32-21. McFarland leads Elkhorn. The Mulaney 3 extends the lead to double digits at halftime. But a game of streaks in the first 18 minutes. McFarland jumped out to the huge lead. Elkhorn cut it to 6. A 5-0 run by the Spartans closes out the first half to give us a 32-21 score. Coming up next, we'll hear from our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week and check in on some of the other girls' sectional semifinal games going on around the greater Madison area this evening. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau, McFarland 32, Elkhorn 21 at the break on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play, that my worth isn't determined by my performance, that even on my worst day, I am worthy, that you see me learning, growing, and doing my best, and that is enough.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our team has years of experience, which has prepared us to guide you through your life transitions and help you achieve your financial goals with confidence. We're fiduciaries and will never back gimmicks or instruments that chase single-day returns or put your long-term goals at risk. At Canopy, care, confidence, clarity isn't just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Halftime on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania, 32-21. McFarland leads Elkhorn in this Division II girls basketball sectional semifinal. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. Proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. Pop in or hop online at uwcu.org to join. UW Credit Union, proud to support all the area's student athletes. Make sure to listen every week to hear the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. This week, the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Kenzie Zimmerman of Middleton High School, who caught up with the Dean, Dennis Semrau.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Mackenzie Zimmerman, the Bear. Your dad called you the Bear. How long has that been going on?
For as long as I can remember. I mean, my dad called me Baby Bear when I was first born, and then as I got older, I graduated to Bear. But since he called me that, and we had so many girls on my youth teams growing up with the same name as mine, he started calling me Bear at sports, which my friends just love. So now that has caught on, and now I'm Bear.
Now you're a multiple sport athlete. Mm-hmm. Basketball, and we first met when you were a freshman playing softball. Can you believe this is your fourth year of varsity softball?
It's crazy. Seriously, I remember first time being interviewed by you. I didn't have shoes on. I ran out there in my socks, but yeah, now it's fourth year of softball. It's crazy.
For you, how are those two sports compatible? What do you like about both?
I mean, I've played basketball and softball since I can remember. They're both so different. They just have such different atmospheres, so competitive in both of them, but it's just a different hunger and desire for them. And I mean, they're part of me, and I love them.
What do you love about softball?
Oh, softball is just, it's like my happy place. I mean, being outside, there's like seriously no better feeling than like hitting the sweet spot of the bat, celebrating with your teammates who are like some of my best friends, but it's such a like rewarding sport to me, and I love it.
You told me an interesting story about your grandmother, that you were able to take care of her. That's one thing maybe people don't know.
Yeah, my grandma was like a huge part of my life. She's definitely one of my biggest role models. Until I want to say 10 or 11, me and my brother were her only grandchildren, and so we were spoiled rotten by her. She loved us so much. She took care of us. Never had a babysitter because it was always Grandma Shari. But unfortunately, in 2016, she got diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. So she has been suffering for that for a few years now. She lived with us after that. In 2016, she moved in with us up until 2020 when COVID hit. She had to move into a nursing home. But during that time period, I really got to become a caretaker for her, do everyday things for her with her. I learned a lot from her. I learned a lot about family and then priorities, what comes first. Yeah, I'm very grateful for her and the time I had with her.
It's all about family, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%. I got a big one, so.
When you look at your time in Middleton, what's going to stand out the most? Now, this is the largest high school in the state.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I do say that I walk the same route to class every day and swear I see someone new every single day, but truly I do think we have a great support system here, teachers and staff. I mean, it's very nice that a lot of our coaches also work here. One of our softball coaches has like become a huge mentor to me. I have never had an actual class with her. She's a teacher here, but I go to her whenever I need anything. That's Sarah Brunleib. She's a JV coach, but she has been through a lot with me, so she knows a lot about me, and she's a great support system. And then just so many coaches who understand what it's like being a student athlete too, so it's great to have them around.
Well, our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Mackenzie the Bear. Mackenzie, I hope you have a great rest of your senior year.
Thank you.
Kenzie Zimmerman of Middleton High School, this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. Jesse Nelson and the Dean Dennis Semrau, halftime of this Division II girls basketball sectional semifinal between the Elkhorn Elks and the McFarland Spartans. Some other scores from the Madison area that we're keeping tabs on here tonight on Zimbrick Honda's PrepMania. In Division I at the half, the Oregon Panthers lead Kettle Moraine at Waunakee High School 35-28. Is your score there. The winner of that game gets the winner of Verona and Arrowhead. That game being played at McGuanago High School at the half, low scoring. Verona holding a 17-15 lead over Arrowhead. In Division II, Beaver Dam and Watertown squaring off at Portage High School. Beaver Dam holding a 25-17 lead in that contest. You can watch it on Daily Dodge TV, our sister station, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, with the call tonight. And in Division III, Waupun and Lake Mills might be your best game of the night. 21-all at the half for the Warriors and the L-Cats. Winner of that game gets the winner of Edgerton and Edgewood on Saturday afternoon in the sectional final. It's all Edgewood, the number 2 seed over the number 1 seed Edgerton, 26-7 at the half. Dennis, you saw the Edgewood Crusaders last weekend in the regionals. Defense, their specialty, holding the number 1 seed Edgerton to just 7 points in the first half.
Yeah, they forced Bigfoot into 23 turnovers on Friday. Then they did even better against Prairie du Chien, 30 turnovers, so 53. And they went to a half-court trap the first night. The second night against Prairie du Chien, it was more of a full court. They don't always come up with a steal, but you keep doing it long enough, teams start throwing the ball away. And that's what happened to both Prairie du Chien and Bigfoot last week, and must be happening to Edgerton tonight.
We hope to bring you final scores of those games before we sign off here on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel tonight. Also, West Salem and Onalaska. The winner of that game gets the winner of this game in Saturday's sectional final. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles, and the trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new Honda or a used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or online at ZimbrickHonda.com. We'll get a check of the first half box score, get set for the second half of action at Milton High School. McFarland 32, Elkhorn 21 on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. We're an independent, fee-based firm specializing in customized investment management, tax-aware wealth planning, and personalized client service. We're a steward along your financial journey because you deserve more than a run-of-the-mill experience. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Nearly 400 of you watching live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us here this evening at Milton High School, Division II Girls Basketball Sectional Semifinal. Jesse Nelson and the Dean Dennis Semrau on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel at Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Dennis, the stars come out in the postseason. Tegan Mullaney, Iowa commit for McFarland, leading the way, 18 points, 7 rebounds, and defense, her specialty this evening as well.
Yeah, it is. They got to take a little bit of care of the ball. 5 turnovers after they jumped out to the 20-2 lead. They're shooting just under 50%, 11 for 24. And Elks were able to pick it up a little bit. After their 5 turnovers early, they had 1. So it's 7 turnovers to 6 at this point. Who's taking care of the ball? And what happens? McFarland turns it over. We're tied at 7 on turnovers right away.
The same way that the game began, McFarland turns it over offensively, and that is how our second half gets underway. 10 seconds in, the Elks have the basketball. We talked, Dennis, about could they get the lead down to single digits before halftime. They did. They got it all the way down to 6 after trailing 20-2 out of the gates. Now Mullaney comes away with a steal for McFarland, looking to extend the Spartans' lead. Mullaney with the left hand. It goes up and good off the glass. 20 points for the Iowa commit, Tegan Mullaney, and McFarland opens up the lead to 13. Response 3, no good off the backboard, but Elkhorn comes away with an offensive rebound. How about a 3 for Lyle? Yes, it's good. 13 points for Kyron Lyle, leading the way for the Elkhorn Elks, down by 10. Mullaney's response with the left hand, good off the glass. She is so dominant. 36-24, a 12-point lead, McFarland.
Something to be said for seniors. It might be their last game. They're going to leave it all out on the floor tonight.
Winner of this game gets the winner of West Salem and Onalaska in the sectional final on Saturday afternoon at Baraboo High School. Couple of chances for Elkhorn, nothing doing, and now a foul is called on Kylie Schultz, reaching in on Mullaney. 16:37 to go in the game. McFarland leading by 12 with the basketball. Really good crowd for a Thursday night. Both of these teams making a bit of a drive here to Milton High School for tonight's game. Dean for 3, no good. And for those of you who are unable to make the trip, we welcome you here on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. In response, Kylie Schultz, first point of the night. On the run, collected the pass, laid it up, good for 2. 10-point game. Mullaney does the same in return. 24 for Tegan Mullaney. She's almost got a double-double already. Schultz up top for the freshman, Saunders. Saunders made a couple of threes in the first half that helped Elkhorn cut the lead down to 6. Now a shot no good on the run off balance for Grace Woyak, and a rebound comes to McFarland. Out in the front court quickly, shot no good, lost out of bounds. Deedon couldn't collect it. 15:37 to go in the game. Elks get it back down by 12. The Elkhorn Elks, 22-4 overall record on the season. finishing in second place in the Southern Lakes Conference behind only Union Grove, who handed them 2 of those 4 losses this season. The Union Grove Broncos, a team that has reached the sectional final each of the last 2 years, falling 1 year to Reedsburg and last year to these McFarland Spartans. Shot no good for Lyle, and here comes McFarland. Mullaney in the front court. Pull up 3. No good. Little off the mark. Offensive board for the Spartans, and Dean gets it for 2. Elkhorn being out-rebounded, especially on the offensive glass, Dennis. That seems to be the contributing factor to the deficit that the Elks face here in the second half. 3-point shot, no good from the corner for Schultz, and here comes McFarland. Kirch to the bucket, hard. No good, too strong. And Lyle goes around the back to keep it away from Kirch, who tried to reach in and steal it. Now Kyron Lyle, contact, tried to draw it on Mullaney. They don't call it, and it's out of bounds off of Lyle, back to McFarland. Coach Michael Storley pleading his case to the official right in front of him. Don't
Sorry,
think
Coach.
he's
not gonna fly.
Doesn't get a veto on that one.
Oh, there we go again.
And here's Mullaney just weaving through defenders, going up, good for 2 more.
How many times have fans seen that? Dean to Mullaney for a layup. 8 points in the second half already.
Kyron Lyle, leading scorer on the year for Elkhorn as a sophomore, averaging 20 points a game and 12 rebounds. Just like Mullaney, she averages a double-double. And as only a sophomore, Dennis, you have a feeling that Kyron Lyle is a name that we're going to be hearing for the next couple of years.
Oh, yes.
Especially when we get to postseason play. The Elks primed for a good run of success. 3-point shot, no good. Of course, their sights are still set on getting to the Resch Center this season. They're not looking ahead to next year. 3-point shot, no good for McFarland. They got there last year, lost to Green Bay Notre Dame, who went on to win the whole thing in Division II.
Teagan now with a double-double, her 10th rebound.
And here's Mullaney underneath. Had it tapped from behind.
Another block there for Lyle. It's 4 in the game for her.
And they drew Mullaney for a foul. That is the one chance that I feel like Elkhorn has here in the second half, Dennis. They have to get Mullaney into foul trouble.
And that's her 3rd with 13 minutes to go.
4 feels like the magic number. They could get her to 4 around 10 or 9 minutes to go in this game. They could mount the comeback. We saw them go on a spurt offensively in the first half when Mullaney took a quick seat on the bench. There's a 3. Just what the Elks needed from Grace Wojak, the senior. 13-point game. Mullaney down low, contested shot, no good. Wojak the rebound, into the front court. Another 3. Saunders, 3rd of the night. She's got 9 points, all from long distance. 10-point game in the sectional semifinal. And now McFarland and Mullaney lost it out of bounds. Timeout is called by McFarland. Head coach Sarah Mullaney wants to talk it over with her team. That is a great run of 6 straight points and a couple of turnovers forced by the Elkhorn Elks, Dennis. And just when you think we're getting ready to bury the Elks season, they go on a run to keep themselves in this game. 12:33 to go, and Dennis Semrau, the Elks, are very much alive.
Yes, I'm more impressed with Lyle's defense. She is contesting now everything Mullaney gets to the basket. The last one, she didn't get a block on it, but she got enough of the body to make that a very difficult shot. And Teagan had to go in hard and came off a little too hard off the glass. So, Lyle's only got 1 foul. Mullaney's got 3. Who's the veteran here, right? Lyle's doesn't play like a freshman. That's what the coach said, and I agree.
A message from the WIAA: when you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Rural Mutual Insurance believes there's something more important than just winning or losing a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Rural Mutual is the proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award, which started in 1965. From football to volleyball to soccer to tennis, the award recognizes more than team sportsmanship. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how their team and your community can work together to be true champions. Out of the timeout, Elkhorn with another three. Saunders, fourth of the night for the freshman. It's a 7-point game, 42-35. Closest the Elks have been since they got it to 6 in the late stages of the first half. And now a foul sends the Spartans to the free throw line. Ava Dean will shoot 2.
33-22 run since that early 20-2. So Elks, after that start, maybe it was nerves for them, but boy, they've really come back storming back. And now they get Dean to the free throw line. First half, McFarland was just 6 of 11. Missed 5 free throws there right at the end, but here Dean gets them both.
Ava Dean averages 14 points a game. She has 9 tonight. 44-35, a 9-point lead for McFarland. Kyron Lyle and the Elkhorn Elks looking to mount a comeback and come away with another upset win in this postseason. They beat Monona Grove, the number 2 seed, on the road on the Silver Eagles floor in the regional final Saturday night. That was a veteran-laden team that wanted to get a chance at McFarland and a chance to go to state. Instead, the Elks are here. They lose it on that offensive trip. Now McFarland pushes it up the floor. Dean, left side. Testelin lost it on a bounce pass trying to find Mullaney. Here comes Elkhorn into the front court. Schultz goes downhill. Schultz, Mullaney positioned her perfectly behind the backboard. She ran out of real estate. Mullaney tried a behind-the-back pass and lost it. Here comes Elkhorn 3-on-2. Into the front court, and a foul sends Kylie Schultz to the free throw line. 11:15 to go. Back and forth they go, up and down the floor. The intensity and the drama building in the sectional semifinal.
First foul there for Freeman. Testelin doing a nice job trying to keep Lyle off the glass. Contested her last shot down there. With Teagan with 3 fouls, she's probably not going to get near the rest of the game.
Kylie Schultz is a 67% free throw shooter on the year, averaging 10 points a game. She missed both free throw attempts, would have got it to a 7-point game again. Instead, it's a 9-point advantage. Mullaney lost it again. Here comes Elkhorn. They have numbers if they hurry. Instead, Saunders retreats out back beyond the perimeter. Now takes it herself. Right side, no good. Offensive rebound is collected by Bono. Bono for 3, yes! Knocks it home. 6-point game. 44-38, the closest Elkhorn has been since late in the first half. It was 20-2. McFarland. Here are the Elks.
Raining threes, 5 threes here in the second half, got them back in it.
Dean looking to stop the momentum. Mullaney battling for position down low. How about the 3? Yes, for Bryn Kirch. It sat on the rim after it went halfway down and then fell. 47-38, McFarland up by 9. 10:15 to go. Lyle into the paint, spins twice. That was a great move, couldn't finish. Mullaney the rebound, she has a double-double. The Iowa commit, Teagan Mullaney. Left hand, left her an opening in the paint, and she takes advantage. Can't give her that.
Could have drawn a foul on that one, too. A lot of contact on that shot.
Mullaney averages 27 a game. She has 28 in this sectional semifinal, not even midway through the second half. And now a bad pass is stolen away by Ava Dean and McFarland. Oh, never mind. Lyle got it back, and Kyron Lyle lays it in for an easy 2. Lyle with 15. Timeout. 9:32 to play. 49-40. We'll take a 30-second timeout with them. You're listening and watching Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Wisconsin at highschoolofficials.com.
For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles, and the trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or online at ZimbrickHonda.com. 49-40, and out of the timeout, McFarland comes up with an empty trip down the floor. Here comes Elkhorn, chance to get it back to 6, and they do! Kylie Schultz, first bucket from three-point range tonight. 6-point game midway through the second half. Dennis Semrau, I love the playoffs. Elise Freeman and McFarland driving baseline, and they do call it on Lyle, and that could lead to some foul trouble.
That's her third. Yep.
Third personal. 3 timeouts remain for Elkhorn, 2 for McFarland, with 8:50 to go in the game.
Actually, it's three
I'm sorry, 3 for each. I misread the scoreboard. Sorry, I was getting used to things here at Milton High School. Sorry, everybody. Here's in the paint. Dean, no good, lost it out of bounds. Back to Elkhorn, and look at this, Dennis. The Elkhorn Elks have been within 6 a couple of times in this game after originally being down 20-2 out of the gates. Elkhorn has a chance to cut it to 4 or maybe even 3 on this trip down the floor.
Again, now we're worried so much about the ball getting inside to Lyle. All 5 starters in the second half each have at least 1 3, and that's what's gotten Elkhorn back in it.
Open look, no good, but chasing her own rebound, getting it, shot no for Schultz, and McFarland comes away with it. Noteworthy that Mulaney has taken a seat. Likely going to be one of her final breathers of this half. So no Tegan Mulaney, the Iowa commit, on the floor right now for McFarland. Doing it without her. 3-point shot, no good. Pedersen rebound for Elkhorn, and a held ball is going to be called. The possession arrow will keep it with Elkhorn, but that is a great defensive play by McFarland now to gain control of the arrow with under 8 minutes to play.
Yep, brought that ball down, and McFarland was able to at least get a piece of it there and hang on. Best thing was they didn't get called for a foul. Usually that happens.
Kyron Lyle spins her way off the glass. Oh, that was pretty. 49-45, closest the Elks have been since this game started. State tournament next week at the Resch Center. Sectional final at Baraboo High School Saturday afternoon for the winner. They'll get either Onalaska or West Salem. But work to be done in the final 7:20 here. Dean drives in and draws contact to go to the free throw line.
And the best yet, who is that one on? That is number 4 on Lyle now. Huge, huge call.
Kyron Lyle, 1 foul away from being disqualified in this game. The leading scorer on the night with 17 for the Elkhorn Elks. Averaging 20 a game on the season, the sophomore Lyle stays in the game. Can Dean connect on the second free throw as things start to seem like they're unraveling for McFarland? She misses both. Ava Dean, a 55% free throw shooter on the year, goes 0 of 2 that trip to the line. Lyle with 4 fouls. Is that number 5? It is.
She fouled out.
Kyron Lyle is done.
Oh, my God.
The leading scorer on the season for the Elkhorn Elks, Kyron Lyle, just fouled out of the game, down by 4 with 7:08 to go in the sectional semifinal.
Finishes with 17 points. That is a huge loss.
And credit to Riley Bickelhaupt. who took the charge. She stepped in the way and took a hit, being tended to by head coach Sarah Mullaney and some of the trainers on the McFarland bench right now. That was legit.
Now McFarland's got to come back and score. Oh, double dribble.
Yeah,
Oh.
Dean had a wide open look and got crossed up with how easy it was going to be. By the way, Mullaney is also back in the game for McFarland with 7 minutes to go.
That was a nice pass from Teagan to Dean, reverse of what it usually is. It's usually Dean to Teagan.
So how does Elkhorn do this without their leading scorer on the season available for the rest of the game?
Now take that inside threat out. They're going to be, McFarland's got to get on that three-point line. They have to contest all three-pointers. Cannot be giving them any open looks.
Saunders has had a hot hand tonight. Open look for Bono, no good. And a rebound McFarland. 6:30 to go. 4-point game.
What was I saying? No open looks. Got to get out there.
Oh,
nice.
Courage had it rejected. Oh, and a great play by the freshman Saunders, keeping her feet inbounds. It's stolen by McFarland. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Dean, Mullaney. Mullaney goes inside. Offensive foul.
Her fourth. Oh, my God.
What is happening in Milton?
And out she comes.
Mullaney will have to check. Oh, no, they're going to leave her in the game.
Nope, they're taking Freeman out instead.
There is a possibility that the two leading scorers for both teams could foul out of this game. Mullaney playing with 4 fouls.
They wanted to get Testelin in for her now. They got to go right at her. You got to attack Mullaney.
Saunders on the run. 1-score game.
Floater.
Freshman Ayla Saunders. 14 points.
4 threes, and then she comes up with a nice floater. Oh.
And now a whistle.
Teagan's fifth.
Was that on Mullaney? Did she just foul out?
Yes.
Teagan Mullaney has fouled out of the game.
Fouled out, both big players.
The Iowa commit Teagan Mullaney has disqualified with 5:42 to go. 49-47. The leading scorers for both teams have fouled out. Kyron Lyle, the sophomore for Elkhorn. Teagan Mullaney, the senior superstar for McFarland.
Who's going to be the star coming down the stretch here now?
For the lead. It
no.
comes up short from Saunders. Elkhorn has not led tonight. They started the game trailing 20-2.
This is Ava Dean time now. She's averaging a double-double in the playoffs, points and rebounds. As the senior leader out there, she has got to take control and get her teammates under.
Here she is. Dean drives baseline, ran out of real estate. Elkhorn gets it back, push it into the front court. Schultz, right side, 4:50 to go. They got an open look if they can find it. Pedersen, now they'll reset. Thought they have an opening down on the right block momentarily for Bono. Instead, now Bono goes for Pedersen in the corner. A lot of movement away from the ball. Saunders gets open. And a timeout. Coach Michael Storley wants to talk it over with the Elks. What a game in the sectional semifinal. 30-second timeout. We will take it with them. 4:34 to go. 49-47 McFarland on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. We're an independent, fee-based firm specializing in customized investment management, tax-aware wealth planning, and personalized client service. We're a steward along your financial journey because you deserve more than a run-of-the-mill experience. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Nearly 600 of you joining us on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Jesse Nelson and the Dean Dennis Semrau. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda's provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles, and the trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or online at ZimbrickHonda.com. If you're just joining us, the superstars for both teams have fouled out with over 5 minutes to go. Now down to 4:30 to go. Pedersen for the tie. And for the first time since it was scoreless, this game is knotted with 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Tegan Mullaney fouled out for McFarland, the Iowa commit, averaging 27 and 11 on the year. Kyron Lyle, the sophomore, averaging 20 and 12 for Elkhorn, has fouled out. It's everybody else that will decide who plays in the sectional final on Saturday. McFarland began the game up 20-2. Ava Dean gives the Spartans the lead back, 51-49 with 3:45 to go.
Dean now with 11 pull-up jumper. Just when they needed it, the senior comes through.
McFarland played in the state tournament last year, falling to Green Bay Notre Dame, who went on to win it. Pedersen too strong on the run, no good. Elkhorn hasn't been to state since 1997. They would love to play for the opportunity on Saturday. Mullaney hopes she didn't just play her final moments of high school basketball. Bryn Kirch directing traffic with 3:10 to go and a 2-point lead. Now Freeman drives inside. Tough shot, no good. Elkhorn has it. Bono dribbling into some free space. Now across midcourt. Wojak, the only senior starter for Elkhorn, Grace Wojak. Gets some help on the right side, now back to Pedersen. Pedersen feeds it down low. It was lost by Bono, and McFarland gets it, preserving the ball from falling out of bounds with 2:40 to play.
Timeout, McFarland. Good call, Coach.
So as much, Dennis, as we talk about the Stars deciding what happens in the postseason, both boys and girls basketball, this feels like it's going to come down to coaching. And what's Sarah Mullaney telling her McFarland Spartans right now, calling that timeout?
Take care of the basketball. Be patient. You don't need a 3-shot or a 4-shot. You've got the lead. You've got the ball. From a foul situation, where are we at? 4-4. Neither team is in foul trouble from a team standpoint. Nobody's in the bonus yet. All those fouls were just on the two best players. Everybody else has been playing pretty good defense, I guess. But they got to take care of the basketball. They're going to try to work the ball inside and get the ball. Dean's their best next best scorer coming in. She averaging double figures here. She's had a double-double in the playoffs, 13.9 a game. From a free throw standpoint, Haley Testelin and Dean are 55% and less, so they're going to Elkhorn's going to look to foul those two.
Yeah, I was going to ask you now, what's Coach Storley telling the Elks over in that huddle?
They get the ball. If you're going to foul, those are the two that you want to foul from a statistical standpoint. But Ava Dean's played in the state tournament in volleyball and in basketball. She's a pretty heady kid. So now you got to trust your seniors. And this is when somebody, least expected, earns their keep for the season. They come through with a big shot. And we saw that already with Marquis Pedersen with that nice layup for number 14.
2:30 to go. Testelin gets it on the left side, now working out near the midcourt line.
Both teams good, tough man-to-man here right now. Don't let anybody get by.
Kirch. Bickelhopped.
Patience, run the clock.
2:10 to go.
The longer you hold on to the ball, though, there's a chance for a turnover. You have to at least try to look to score. You don't want an empty possession here either.
Elkhorn does have one foul to give. McFarland has two.
Yep.
Working through.
There's
Dean
yes,
to the glass. Ava Dean. UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week earlier this season. Extends McFarland's lead 53-49. And a steal. Easy layup. Elise Freeman. 6-point lead for the Spartans, 90 seconds to go.
.60 run here. Elkhorn's got to answer.
Can't have an empty trip. Schultz missed it. Rebound McFarland. Minute 13 to play. And now the Elks have to think about fouling. They do. Bono gives the last foul. Minute 9 to go. McFarland 55, Elkhorn 49. Winner to the sectional final Saturday afternoon in Baraboo. 1-1 opportunity now for McFarland if they are to be fouled. And keep in mind some of the names Dennis mentioned a moment ago for who they would like to target. The inbound pass comes into Bryn Kurtz. She was not on your list.
She's a 72% shooter. And she's not gotten the line yet tonight.
1-1. Elkhorn trailed 20-2 to start the game. The Elks upset Monona Grove last week in the regional final, and now they have a chance to take down one of the most veteran groups, a team that played in the state tournament last year. If they can mount one more comeback. Free throw, no good. Loose ball. McFarland ends up with it. Dean is fouled and will shoot 2.
A big break there.
All night long, Dennis, Elkhorn has struggled to collect rebounds, and it may have just cost them the season. 2 free throws no matter what. Dean missed the first. Well, it's not over yet. Still a 2-score game as it stands right now with 1:02 to go. And we know Elkhorn can make 3-point shots. Dean's second is good. That's the magic number, 56. 7-point lead, 1 minute to go. Timeout, Elkhorn. All right, Coach Semrau. Put you in the huddle over there if you're Coach Michael Storley. What are you drawing up when you got to have it for Elkhorn to stay alive?
And put your 3-point shooters out on the line. Try to find somebody to get an open look. You're down by 6, a 2. You're still a 2-possession game, so I like to get the ball inside if possible, but if you get an open look from 3, you got to take it and crash the boards.
Winner of this game plays in the sectional final Saturday afternoon against either Onalaska or West Salem.
There we got our athletic director from McFarland trying to get the parents standing up. The students are standing up. He's waving stand up, and they're all standing up here to cheer the girls on here.
McFarland's fans are on the left side of the gym as you see it on our YouTube channel. Elkhorn's fans in purple on the right side now cheering on their Elks the same way. 57.3 to play in what has been surprisingly a tremendous sectional semifinal.
After a 20-2 start for McFarland, yeah.
Inbound pass comes in. Here come the Elks. They got to go, and they need to get a couple of breaks after a made shot. Off the screen for 3. No good. Rebound McFarland. Spartans will try and push it out front. 44 seconds. Testelin is fouled. She is not a good free throw shooter. 41% on the year. 42.9 to play.
But here's where you earn your keep.
It is a 1-1. That was the last of the 1-1 bonus that Elkhorn has assessed, and Testelin knocks it home. Her first point of the night. Haley Testelin. Averages 8 a game. Relatively quiet tonight, the 5'10 senior. Oh, she got them both. 9-point lead for the Spartans. 40 seconds to go. Left side, Schultz into the front court. Using a screen, Wojak, the senior. Runs out of room, sets up Saunders for 3. No good. Rebound McFarland with 28.8 to go. And the Spartan fans can sense that they may have this in hand. Double bonus situation now for McFarland. They'll get 2. Riley Bickelhop to the free throw line. Gets the first.
Nailing it from the line. This is where you got to do it.
Bickelhop may go down in the books tonight as an unsung hero in this game. She drew the foul that ultimately led to Kyron Lyle fouling out of the game. 11-point lead for McFarland, 24 seconds to go. Elkhorn season ticking away. A turnover and a foul. Formality at this point. McFarland, exhale.
Whoa. Elkhorn gave it a shot, got it back even, and that was all she wrote from that point on. 49 all, and now we've got 11-0 run. Here's we're closing it out. Not quite.
18.9 to play. Dennis, the Elkhorn Elks, a 3 seed in this sectional, finishing 22-4 on the year. As you now see, checking out Grace Woyak, the senior, meant so much to this program and to this team, setting its foundation for what should be several years to come of success in the Southern Lakes Conference.
Yeah, Freeman with the free throw. 12-0 run here, it looks like to end it. And that could do it. Nope, going for the layup.
The exclamation point from Bryn Kirch as she lays it up and good. The clock runs out on the Elks. McFarland defining survive and advance. They live to play in the sectional final Saturday afternoon.
14-0 run without their stud. Yeah, look at that. Ava giving Tegan a hug. They kept her season alive. One more game. And for Karen Lyle, rather. I mean, Kieran Lyle has got a heck of a career in front of her. She is going to be a force in this conference, and with this team that Coach Darley's got, you gotta crawl before you walk. And you look at what he's been able to do in the last couple of years. He's got this program now where they're going to contend for a Southern Lakes title, and they're going to contend for a trip to state next year.
What a game. A game that started 20-2 McFarland, tied at 49 with a few minutes to go, and the Spartans end the game on a 14-0 run, propelling themselves to the sectional final.
Realize that was a 47-29 edge for Elkhorn. So they made McFarland work for it down the stretch. But credit the seniors and Ava Dean coming through right at the end. And then they made their free throws when they had to.
And career win number 99 for McFarland head coach Sarah Mullaney. She'll go for 100 on Saturday afternoon and a chance to get back to the Resch Center and contend for the state championship. We'll be back to wrap it up after this, including scores from other games going final around the greater Madison area on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Hey everyone, Molly Brown from ESPN Madison here. For the best Southwestern food in the Madison area, it's always Pasquale's Cantina for me and my family. Whether I'm enjoying my favorite taco salad, their awesome chips and guac, or one of their famous burritos, Pasquale's is the best for authentic Southwestern fare. Visit one of their locations in Verona or Middleton today, or check out their menu and order online at Pasquale'sCantina.com.
Bringing the flavors of the Southwest to the Midwest. Pasquale's Cantina.
UW Credit Union presents the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Hi, this is Dennis Semrau from Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania here on 100.5 ESPN. We're very excited to partner with UW Credit Union to help bring you even closer to the stories of great young student athletes. Each week, as part of this season of PrepMania, will feature the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. UW Credit Union is proud to support local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. And just like the fantastic student athletes we'll be telling you about all season, UW Credit Union's online banking also goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. UW Credit Union is here for you, presenting the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Brian here from Canopy Wealth Management. At Canopy, we commit to full transparency in everything we do. Because we're a fiduciary, we strive for the highest industry standards and on our ethical duty to put your best interests first. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape, creating a personalized wealth management experience. Care, competence, and clarity isn't just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Zimbrick Honda's presentation to PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. 63-49, McFarland survives a scare from the Elkhorn Elks to advance to the girls basketball sectional final on Saturday afternoon. They will face West Salem at Baraboo High School. West Salem 62-47 winners over Onalaska. West Salem and McFarland will meet on Saturday. 1 o'clock tip at Baraboo High School with a chance to go back to the Resch Center and the WIA Girls Basketball State Tournament on the line. We'll get a check of some other area scores going final here in just a few moments. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau. Since 1962, Stoughton Trailers have been a family-owned and operated business with competitive wages and excellent benefits plus growth and advancement opportunities. Stoughton Trailers is an exciting place to grow your career. Join the collaboration, innovation, and dynamic team atmosphere at Stoughton Trailers with positions now open in production, operations, finance, sales, engineering, supply chain, and more. Go to stojobs.com to apply today. On behalf of Stoughton Trailers, best of luck to all the teams remaining in this year's postseason. Stoughton Trailers, big opportunity. Dennis Semrau, the final haul for tonight's game is brought to you by Stoughton Trailers. I know how many fouls Tegan Mullaney and Kyron Lyle ended up with. What else can you tell us from the box score?
Well, Tegan led all scores with 28 points, got a double-double, finished with 12 boards, fouling out with just over 5 minutes, 5:38 to go. Also double figures, Ava Dean with 14, able to hit 3 free throws here in the second half. 8 for Bryn Kirch. Elise Freeman had 7, 4 for Riley Bickelhop, and 2 for Haley Testelin. 14-24 at the free throw line, just enough down the stretch with that 14-0 run to close out the game. And then for Elkhorn, led by Kieran Lyle, had 17 points, 8 boards. She fouled out with 7:08 to play. 14 points for Isla Saunders. Heck of a game. 4 threes for the freshman. Made some great defensive plays and rebounds, but just came up a little short there at the end. 6 points for Emmeline Bonneau. 5 each for Kylie Schultz and Grace Woyak. And 2 points off the bench for Marquis Pedersen. But, okay, you talk about free throws. 0 for 3 from the line for Elkhorn, 14-24. Got the ball inside, but cannot believe the stars for both teams fouling out with 5 minutes to go. And the coaches weren't able to yank the players off the court. I think they wanted to go 14. I know Tesselin was ready to come in, didn't get to the table before they had to start play. And right away, she picked up a foul before she comes off. So,
even without Tegan Mullaney,
Tegan lives. She got 28, so she's now up to 2,441 career points, with at least one more game to play.
And she'll get a chance to add to that total on Saturday afternoon in the sectional final against West Salem. Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania, brought to you by Canopy Wealth Management. They have a balanced approach to help guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, they'll serve as a partner, advocate, and steward to help achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy Wealth Management, they believe that values matter and strengthen the community. When you work with Canopy, care, competence, and clarity isn't a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. We are awaiting final scores from some other games around the area. I can tell you this, Oregon and Kettle Moraine have gone to overtime, tied at 63. That's our last update in Division I for Oregon and Kettle Moraine. We'll get a final for you in just a few moments. Verona and Arrowhead was down to the wire at McGuanago High School. The winner of those two games play each other. We thought we were going to see Oregon-Verona. We may see neither advance to the sectional final on Saturday afternoon. We'll get finals for you in just a few moments. In Division II, we can confirm that West Salem has defeated Onalaska. West Salem and McFarland will meet at Baraboo High School on Saturday afternoon. We'll get a check of the rest of the scoreboard from the greater Madison area. We're not done yet. Sectional semifinal Thursday on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Big trailers and big opportunity. Since 1962, Stoughton Trailers has been a family-owned and operated business providing a professional yet casual work environment in Stoughton, Evansville, and Broadhead. If you're looking for your hard work to be rewarded with competitive wages and excellent benefits, plus growth and advancement opportunities, Stoughton Trailers is the spot for you. Positions now open in production, operations, finance, sales, engineering, and more. Go to stojobs.com to apply today. Stoughton Trailers, big opportunity.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. We're an independent, fee-based firm specializing in customized investment management, tax-aware wealth planning, and personalized client service. We're a steward along your financial journey because you deserve more than a run-of-the-mill experience. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Jesse Nelson and the Dean, Dennis Semrau, as Milton High School begins to funnel out. It is a school night, so I guess everybody's got to get home. So do we at some point. The final score here, 63-49. McFarland defeats Elkhorn. It was closer than the final score would indicate. This game was tied at 49 in the final minutes, after both of the superstars fouled out for McFarland and Elkhorn. Tegan Mullaney fouling out with over 5 minutes to play. The Iowa commit had an outstanding night offensively, but she had to leave the game. McFarland ends on a 14-0 run to close it out and advance to face West Salem in a Division II sectional final Saturday afternoon at Baraboo High School. Couple of finals to update everybody on. Dennis, how about in Division III? Get a load of this sectional final on Saturday afternoon. The Edgewood Crusaders and the Waupun Warriors. Edgewood and Waupun advance in Division III. Edgewood 43-21, a stifling defensive effort by the Crusaders to get the victory over the number 1 seed Edgerton. Meanwhile, number 1 seed Waupun and Lake Mills were in a tight contest all night. Waupun emerges victorious 46-41. Waupun, Edgewood, trip to state on the line on Saturday afternoon. Dennis, you saw the Crusaders in the regional last week.
They're giving up just under 31 points a game. Phenomenal at this level of play. And they have just enough scoring to get it done, and they're very deep and a very balanced team. They can withstand fouls. Their best player, Anna Miller, is a freshman, but they can they played without her a little bit last week when she got some breaks. So.
And Waupun does have a player who will be playing at Marquette next year on their team. So that'll be a tough challenge, maybe the toughest Edgewood has seen this season when they take on Waupun.
You look at some of the teams they've played. Coach Stavnis always coaches up, and their losses this year, McFarland, and McFarland was 2 of them. It was conference play. And was it Arrowhead?
Yeah, tough competition, no doubt.
It was a Division I team, so both of them were up 2-1. So Edgewood, I like what Coach Stavnis has done. She was sick all last week, so hopefully this is making her feel a little bit better. One more win away from state, getting a chance to win her 2nd state title.
Let's move up to Division I. If you are a fan of the Verona Wildcats, I've got bad news for you. Arrowhead defeats Verona 49-41. The number 2 seed Arrowhead takes down the Wildcats. Dennis, a heck of a run for Verona this season. That was a team that had its eyes set on the Resch Center in a potential run, and instead it comes up short in the sectional semifinal. Tough draw against Arrowhead tonight.
Yeah, Lexi Richardson, the head coach, tough year for her. Way to end it. Your one loss is in sectionals. And for Taylor Stremlow, that's the end of her career. She'll be heading on to Iowa, and now she'll have to watch her future teammate play on Saturday in Teagan. Maybe, I don't know if she'll be there. When you lose, that's really tough. Now, you got to go to school tomorrow. I don't think so. I'd take a sick day tomorrow. Just be with your teammates. For the coach, it's all over. And for the seniors, and that was a senior-dominated team. Now to look for the future, but Lexi did a great job in her first year taking over for Angie Murphy, who's in the Hall of Fame as a player and will be as a coach down the road. Angie did a great job and left her with the cupboard. The cupboard was pretty full.
No doubt.
Now Lexi will get a chance to build, but she was part of that too as an assistant coach, taking it over. So she did a great job. How do you follow in the footsteps of a Hall of Fame coach? You get your team to the sectional semis unbeaten, and it comes down to right to the end of the game, and sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way.
And now I'm going to steal this from Mark Tauscher. I'm just getting word coming across my desk.
Your desk.
Oregon has defeated Kettle Moraine in overtime. So they were knotted at 63 going into overtime. Oregon has won. It will be Oregon and Arrowhead in a Division I sectional final on Saturday afternoon. Location to be announced. That was originally scheduled to be at Oregon High School. Dennis, when we see that game, Oregon and Arrowhead, all we know about the Panthers and the great season that they have had, can they get over the hump and take down the juggernaut that is the University of Heartland Arrowhead to get to the Resch Center?
Well, they were at state in the pandemic year, did not get to play, so this is their redemption year for it. And this team has been playing a little chip on their shoulder. It's been a young team, and you look at it, they returned everybody from last year, and most of them are still underclassmen. Sam Schmidt's their fine point guard, one of their leaders. She was out with a concussion during the season, and they did not miss a beat without her. That shows how deep that team is. We talk about Edgewood. Oregon, again, you go against some of the teams they've been playing, have great players. Oregon's got a lot of players. Maybe they're not the A-list type. They're going to be going D1. But they play well together. They play outstanding defense. And we saw that game when they played at McFarland, rallied from a double digits deficit in the second half. And with this team's for real, I think they're going to be playing in the Resch Center. Now they're one game away.
So congratulations to Edgewood, McFarland, and Oregon. 3 area teams.
Still alive.
Competing for a chance to go to state on Saturday afternoon.
Survive and advance. That's all. 2 words, survive and advance. Those 3 teams did it.
Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda's provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles, and the trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new Honda or a used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Tomorrow night, right back here on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, the Dean and I at Sun Prairie East High School. Sun Prairie East and Verona boys basketball regional semifinal as everybody in the state plays their first boys basketball postseason game of the 2024 run. Some teams were in action for the play-in games on Tuesday night. Everybody's in action tomorrow night in the regional semifinals. Girls basketball Saturday afternoon. Game to be announced. Stay tuned to ESPN Madison on all of our social media platforms and, of course, on 100.5 ESPN as we announce where we will be for Saturday afternoon's girls basketball sectional final. You can listen to it on 100.5 ESPN and watch right here on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Also, Saturday night, the winner of Verona and Sun Prairie East will likely face Sun Prairie West. It could also be Lake Geneva Badger. We'll have that regional final for you right here on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. 4 games in 3 days, off to a hot start. It was a treat here at Milton High School tonight. 63-49, McFarland defeats Elkhorn. For video producer Hunter Vaughn and for the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau, I'm Jesse Nelson. Thanks for joining us on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.